All right, guys. Sorry about that. We're back again, and I'm here with Deadly Muffin Cat. We're just gonna start all over again. I'm
Yep.
here with Deadly Muffin Cat,
Going, everyone.
and I'm here with Gaming is Art,
Yahoo!
and we're gonna talk about games and franchises that deserve a comeback, and like games that haven't had a new game for such a long time, and we just want a sequel or anything. So Deadly Muffin Cat, what is your franchise that pops in your mind that you want to be top dog again? You want a new sequel? Hello? Are you still here, Deadly?
Yo, can you not hear me, Crush?
Now I can.
Now
Okay.
I can hear you now too.
Okay.
Okay.
Technical difficulty
Freaking
Saturday.
Discord. Yeah. But anyway, so I was gonna say Metroid, because Metroid, like, hasn't had, like, a proper, like, sequel. I know they've had, like, some DS games and stuff, but, like, I feel like it should have, like, a main console kind of sequel to it. Like, the last one that I remember is, like, Metroid Prime. Been a while.
Yeah, a real Metroid sequel has been a while. We had one on the 3DS that was a shooter, and that didn't even had Samus Aran in it, and then we had Metroid Other M, which I haven't played yet, but I do have that game. And I was streaming Metroid Prime last Tuesday or Thursday, and I had fun, man. And I was like, I want a new Metroid game. So yeah, Metroid is really high on my list for a sequel. How about you, gaming?
You know, I was thinking about it last night. I was up awake. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was very comfortable. And I said to myself, "What game deserves a sequel?" To be honest with you, a lot of the games that I've been wanting sequels to are coming out. The main one that comes to mind is Shenmue 1 and 2 that were on Dreamcast. And they are making part 3, but it was a Kickstarter, and I don't really know how Kickstarter works. Sometimes I see projects fail. Sometimes I see projects not even start after they get the money. That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But it is getting a sequel, but not in the traditional way. So that's what I'm trying to get at right now, because a lot of games that I did want sequels to get, like Luigi's Mansion got one on the 3DS. Of course, I would want it on a console, but that one comes to mind. Kid Icarus, again, they made one on 3DS. Console would come to mind. That would be lovely. But for me, it definitely Shenmue 3, because that game was really, really awesome. I still think about it to this day. I still think about playing that game. So that's the one I'm looking forward to.
Nice. Take a guess what franchise I want to see return. Start with a M.
Mega Man.
Yeah, it's Mega Man. I mean,
Mega Man.
Well, you weren't happy with Mighty Number 9?
So that's what I was getting at. That I mean, this is the perfect moment. I mean, to get a new Mega Man game, because Mighty Number 9 showed the world that people still want a Mega Man, because it got kickstarted super fast, and that game was a big disappointment. So people are still want a new Mega Man game because Mighty Number 9 was just a failure. And now people want a new Mega Man game even more, I feel. So this is the perfect time for Capcom to do that. And I don't know if you guys seen it, but a new Marvel vs. Capcom game has been announced. And that's a fighting franchise. And the first character that they shown as playable character is Mega Man freaking X. And everybody got excited. So I'm hopeful that Capcom sees this and that they're gonna make a Mega Man X game or a Mega Man game. I don't care, just make one, you know. What were you
to
gonna
go
say?
back on what I was saying about that Kickstarter stuff? That's a perfect example. Mighty Number 9. Everyone wanted that Mega Man, and then they say, "Oh well, we're gonna do a Kickstarter, you know, and we're gonna make a game that's like Mega Man." You see, that's the thing. Like, if I was like a diehard Mega Man fan, I'm sorry, but if it's not Mega Man on the cover, like, you can say it's a, what is it called, dude? Like, not a successor, I
Yeah, a
guess.
successor. Yeah, that's what it's.
Yeah, I'm like, no, that's
Like a
not gonna be the same.
spiritual. Yeah, like, it's like a
Yeah,
spiritual like
Yeah,
successor
spiritual.
to
reborn.
it.
It's better
But it's
than
not.
nothing, you know.
It's better than nothing, but it's not a real like Mega Man game.
Yeah, see,
Just like how what do you call it? How like these like the newer like Metroid series games aren't like a real like Metroid game, not like a core game, you know?
Like if Mighty Number 9 was super awesome, the game lived up to the hype. It was just as good as
Mhm.
Mega Man. I would still say I want a new Mega Man game because it's still different. You know, it's a different series.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say, well, screw Mega Man. I got Mighty Number 9 now. No, I would say I also want a new Mega Man game. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
There have been some pretty weird Mega Man games too that have like had like the Mega Man name, like some of the DS ones, where it's like, what
like
was
Star
it? I
Force and
bought
stuff.
Star Force. I bought that game thinking
Yeah.
like, oh, this is gonna be awesome, Mega Man, and then I'm like, what the frick is this even?
Yeah, it's like an
Like-
RPG, a spin-off.
Yeah, it's like this isn't Mega Man. What?
Yeah,
Like, you know.
if you buy that game and you see it's not a, if you're buying it and you're expecting a platformer, you're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another franchise I really want to see return is F-Zero. And last time Miyamoto said something like, "Well, we haven't made a new F-Zero game because we don't know what we have to do to improve it." But that's just dumb. Because put online in there and it's already improved. You know what
Put
I mean?
online
And a
make
track
new
editor.
tracks.
New
Yeah.
track editor and amazing graphics, and you're done. That's all it needs.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't make one on Wii U.
Oh, and even when the 3DS came out, I was thinking about, damn, F-Zero game for the 3DS is gonna be sick, dude. And it never came. And then the
that
Wii U
would've been
came,
cool.
and I was like, okay, now they have to make an F-Zero game, and it never came. If they don't do it on the Switch, then the franchise is dead. This is the last console they can do it on.
Actually, that kind of made me think of something that I feel like would be a really good sequel. Do you guys remember for the N64 Diddy Kong Racing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like with the planes and stuff? That was so fun. That would be totally awesome if they remade that or made a sequel to it.
That would be cool. That was a really good
In-
Mario Kart type card game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was totally like, but it was like the tracks were awesome. Like you had like the planes and stuff. So you had like the flying aspect to it. Like, yeah, I don't like me and my friends played that a ton. Like, I definitely think that they should remake it now with like all the characters they could add.
Yes. Or even
I actually played I played a game Sonic All Stars Racing on the Wii U. Actually, I was actually looking forward
that's
to
a
this
pretty
game.
good game. I
And
think.
yeah, it was pretty fun. And like it basically is. I know it's not even close, but that's how they would probably make Diddy Kong Racing. Just more, you know, I don't know, more enclosed tracks because all the tracks were like really open. I remember
Yeah.
when you get in the plane and stuff, you could like fly over the ocean, and it's all Sega themed.
Yeah.
It was really fun, but again, for some reason, it's not a classic. For some reason, I don't know what a classic game would be called at this time. Like to me, Diddy Kong Racing is a classic racing game. On the Wii U and Wii, yeah, Mario Kart's fun, but I wouldn't consider it. Damn, dude. In 10 years from now, I gotta go play Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U.
Yeah.
maybe,
know what I mean,
maybe
guys?
I don't know.
I don't even. I hardly play it now.
Well, I don't play Mario 64 at the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Mario Kart 8 having the same kind of cult following that even Mario Kart 64 has. Like 'Cause Mario Kart 64 had like the battle mode, like it just like that's the thing. Like if they're gonna remake another Mario Kart game, like bring something like that back. I just like yeah, I don't. Eight was a fun game. I have it. Like it's fun to play, but it kind of just got repetitive to me. It's just like it's just over with it. Where I felt like with like Mario Kart 64, I felt like I played that a lot more than I played Mario Kart 8. It was more enjoyable.
Yeah, like I would be okay like if they said we're remaking Mario Kart 64. I'd be like, cool. More characters and more tracks, right? And they'd be like, yeah. I'll be like, that's cool with me, man.
Sounds good. I think the rumors are they're remaking or remastering Mario Kart 8. So too bad, guys.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But you know, if they just add enough, if they add enough characters and add enough tracks and do a proper battle mode, maybe even more items, I think that's good too.
Remastering. I don't know. Like I don't
Well,
mind
it's not
remastering
really a,
games.
it's probably more like a port, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Port,
Yeah.
remastered, collection edition or collections, you know, when they release two of the same game and it's like nothing different.
Mario Kart Collection
Yeah.
for the Switch.
Mario Kart.
Oh,
Mario
the
Kart
Mario
8.
games.
Like 5 new characters, 5 new tracks, and there you go. Brand new game, right?
Yeah, $60, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what they did with Mario
and then
3DS.
The DLC on top of it, which granted you got stuff for the like the DLC like for what it is isn't a bad price, but like it's just why wasn't that just included in the original game? Like so it's only that DLC like was only made like it almost felt like they had it like ready to go and they just like pulled it out of the game and then just unlocked it when you bought the DLC. That's almost what it felt like. Like it was
Well,
just a money grab.
I think I disagree with that because the game came out with like the cups that all of the Mario, like the last Mario games came out with, so it had just as many tracks, and they announced it, and they took a really long time before they were done with the tracks and stuff. So, and I think it was like $12 or 12 for how many tracks? 24 tracks, I believe. Or am I wrong? No, 16 tracks. 16. So $12 for 16 tracks is comparing it to other games like Call of Duty or Battlefield, it's a really reasonable price.
Oh, I agree. Like the price wasn't bad on it. I just feel like
And of course they made it for extra money. That's yeah.
like it felt like I just don't like the whole DLC thing, honestly. Like that's a whole nother topic, but
Yeah. Yeah, like it gets abused so much that DLC is like a bad word now, and it should be DLC should be a good word, right? It should be oh awesome, I love this game and I get more for a good price. But now DLC is so overused, so misused that it's now a bad word. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, and if you look at what do you call? If you look at stuff like GTA 5,
Yeah.
they put out DLC for free.
Yes, it can be done, but I also think there are microtransactions in GTA 5.
And that's fine. You could totally do something like that with the.
Yeah. And some games are doing that right now, like Halo 5 does that as well right now. So you get free updates, but you can buy chests and stuff, you know, for extra armor pieces and stuff like that. And that's not a bad idea, I think, because if they bring out a map pack and you want to play with your friends and they have the map pack and you don't, you're kind of forced to buy it, you know what I mean? So that sucks.
I feel like Destiny does a really good job at it because it's it's expansions that come out. Like where it adds more story to the game and it adds like it adds more items, adds more story, and it's like sure you have to buy the expansion, but with that I feel like that's almost a better model. But Destiny's different because it's a long going game. It's been out for years now, but it's still fresh because
Hmm.
of the expansion. That's another way that game developers can do it.
Yeah, I think with Destiny is with Destiny is that it was way overpriced the DLC for what you got. I think because I bought the first and second expansion
Mm-hmm.
and it was like more than $40 I remember in total. Now it's pretty cheap, but I feel the price was bad for what you got.
Yeah, I disagree. I thought you got a lot for the.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. We can disagree.
Yeah,
um,
like you got more story, but again, like you said, to each their own.
another. What's another franchise you want to see return? Let's just ditch the DLC for the moment, or else we're just gonna talk about DLC the whole podcast.
Yeah.
Do you have any
Um,
other games or?
You know what I would like to see would be Fantasy Star, like the
Online.
RPGs.
Yeah.
They had the original RPGs for Sega Genesis, and then they had the DLC. Hold on one second. Sorry about that.
No
But
problem.
they had the online games, which were really cool, and I like those. But like, yeah, just another game in the series. So
Yeah, and it's been a while since. Aren't they working on a Fantasy Star? I thought I read that somewhere. An online one though. I'm not sure
yeah,
though. Don't quote me
I'm
on
not.
that.
I know that they were working on it, but I don't know if it ever really came to fruition.
No, yeah, I know it's been a while. I remember when the Fantasy Star Online on the GameCube came out, and that was super hyped. That's what I remember. And that's
Yeah.
like one of the last ones, I think. Like on the GameCube, maybe even Xbox.
Yeah, no, I think that was definitely like the last one.
Yeah. Um, like another franchise I would like to see return is Earthworm Jim. I had a lot of fun with these two games, and the third one sucked. Like Earthworm Jim 3D was bad. I never played it. Maybe I like it, but
Yeah.
I remember the first two were super cool, and there was like a cartoon show that was pretty funny as well. And I would just like a new Earthworm Jim game.
Alright, one second, guys. We'll be right back.
Yo, you guys there?
Yeah, Deadly just left, but you just came in right on time, man.
Oh, all right. What's going on?
I was just talking about I want a new Earthworm Jim game,
Cool.
like an Earthworm Jim Maker or something. Nah, just a regular game. Have you ever played Earthworm Jim?
I've seen it. Never really played it though.
It's pretty fun. I will let you play it once on Retro Day.
Oh yeah.
So, is there any game you want a sequel on gaming that we haven't talked about yet?
Let's see. Let me think for a second. It's like it's weird, dude, because like every game like has almost had a sequel at this point.
Almost.
You know, almost.
Almost.
Like I can't really think of any other ones besides the ones we've been talking about.
Like, let me like a couple of games. I know a couple of games, or at least one, that had a cliffhanger and it never got any sequel. Like Metal Arms Glitch in the System, that was on the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. You play for a little robot, and it's just a shooter game, a third-person shooter game. It was really fun, and that game had a cliffhanger, and it never got a sequel. And I was like, ah, damn, that's sad, man, because that game was super fun when it came out. And they had a cliffhanger, you know, from we're gonna make another one, and it's gonna be awesome. But nope, nothing. So that's sad, and it's been like 12 years or something. So that's probably never gonna have a sequel, you know.
Yeah. At that point, there'd be no chance. Well, never say never, I guess.
Never say never. That's true. You never know with
Yeah.
Kickstarters and stuff like that. So because there are some games that got sequels, and that I never thought would get a sequel. Like Shadow of the Beast comes to mind. That just recently released on PlayStation 4, and that was a super old game, and it's been like 20 years since there was a new game. So you never know what can happen. Yeah. So so
Like
it's,
the problem is, like, I would love to see like Gex come back, or
yeah, but
even Conquer. You know, I would love to see him come back. But the thing is, I don't think they would sell
yeah, I mean,
as well as they used to.
Conquer maybe if they get a good budget. Like Microsoft has enough money, and Rare is still alive, so that could work. Gex, I'm not sure. I mean, the thing is, if you give enough budget and stuff, and the game is good, anything can succeed. I believe. Like Gex could work, but it needs to be super good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it's average, it's not gonna sell. That's what I think. And even if it's really
Yeah.
good, it might not sell. You never know. So that's
Yeah.
maybe that's why a lot of companies are using Kickstarter, because we already have the money. We know there's interest in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because at that point, maybe they should just release it like via Xbox Live and Steam.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like in a Mega Man game is super simple: beat 9 bosses and then get to the fortress. And the more we came in the Xbox area and stuff, it was like, well, Mega Man game would be too simple nowadays. We can't do it for full price. And small little download games didn't exist on the GameCube and Xbox and stuff, you know. So now, I think now with the age we're living in, you can make any type of game. You can make a small retro game and sell it for $5. You can make a big game. So I think anything goes at this day and age. So that's cool. You can make a retro game like Shovel Knight was super popular, and that's an 8-bit inspired game. So that would never sell when the GameCube was around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And now,
That's a good point.
yeah. So a lot of franchises can come back. It just depends on what way. Like I know Hudson Soft has a lot of awesome games that I want sequels on. Like Bomberman. Hell yeah, I want a new Bomberman game. That would be fun.
Bomberman would be awesome.
Yeah, like just make it a simple party game with awesome online and throw some levels in there as extra, but make online the focus.
That would be cool, like on Steam, like where we could download it and
Yeah, just make
play
it.
it together.
You can just
10
download
bucks,
it for
$20, whatever.
10, $20 even. I would buy it if it's a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, when Bomberman Live came out on 360, I played that so much. That game was super awesome, and it had great online, and a lot of people were playing it online. So just simple, fun games like that still work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I think, what do you call it? I think that there's definitely room for people who would buy that. I mean, like you guys said, $20, $30 on Steam even, I'd probably buy it.
If it's a good game, I would buy it,
Yeah.
and I love Bomberman. So
On Steam, there's a lot of games. Like, I honestly am very lucky to be, given these games, and like I never would have played them. I never would have found them, and like it's a whole different world for me because, like I've said this a couple of times, when it comes to computers and me, like I'm very bad at this stuff. I don't know about computer games. I don't know about this kind of stuff, whatever. And Steam, I was just browsing through it, like last week, and I'm like, wow, I would like to play all these games. Like,
just
so
wait
many
for a
games.
summer sale.
Yeah, and I get it now. I get what you guys meant. Like,
Yeah.
there's too many games, there's too many sales. I don't have enough time. And I'm like, oh, I get it now, you know, because there's actually a couple of games I haven't even played yet that I
I
own.
mean, yeah, if I look at my Steam library now, I think, like, I got Serious Sam 3 Classic, Serious Sam Classic, the second account. I haven't even installed that. I got Serious Sam Double
Nice.
XXL, haven't installed that one yet. I mean, and I have like, so some games I just play for 10 minutes, and I just bought it for like super cheap. Like, I got all the Unreal games on Steam, and I paid like $5. Like, all the Unreal games for $5. You know what I mean? It's just, I just bought too much. Last summer sale I didn't buy too many, so because I know I don't have time to play them all.
Yeah, like I think I have like almost 120 games now.
I think you can see it, right? How many you have?
Yeah, and I only have like I think 50 of them installed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I
It's
have
kind of like collecting is fun. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but
yeah, I know. I have that problem. I want to buy a new 3DS game, and I was like, nah, I need to finish some games first, you know? But then I buy a new game anyway. It's just silly. Even though I know I have other awesome games I need to finish, I still keep buying new games. I
yeah.
don't know, it's weird. Even though I know I don't need it, some games I just want it day one, you know?
Like a dream game for me, you know, would be like a Mega Man game with multiplayer, with classic gameplay, with just some friends, you know. As I constantly think, I've actually said this a couple of times, like, man, I wish me and Crush could play Enter the Gungeon together.
Yeah,
Like, that would be a super fun stream. It'd be fun to watch, you know, but they don't have that option. So, anyways, like a dream game for me, that's what I'm asking you guys now, would be something like Mega Man, maybe like Castlevania. And I know they might have tried this in the past, like co-op adventure,
Yeah.
one screen, but we're just playing online, obviously.
Like, I know there is a Castlevania game on 360 that's multiplayer focused, and that was pretty fun. But it was different. The level design and stuff was different. It wasn't.
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
It was still a 2D platform Castlevania game, but
It was
And
like
I-
up and down or something.
it was like a huge map, like it was just a big map, and you get to the boss. You have to get to the boss, and that's it. And it was pretty fun, but I didn't have friends at the moment who played that game. Like, I know if we would play that game right now, we would have fun, I think.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
What about you, Deadly? Like a game, even make up a game if you can't think of anyone.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty like optimistic for a new Sonic game to come out because I've wanted a 2D Sonic like remake like or a sequel for a while, like, and hopefully like Mania kind of is gonna be that. I don't know, we'll see. Like, because I remember when Sonic 4 came out, I was like, yeah, it's a platforming game, but it's like I want that like the classic like like 16-bit graphics, you know.
So
Mhm.
far, from what I've seen about Sonic Mania, is that game is gonna be hype.
Yeah,
I hope I'm not
so-
gonna be disappointed. I mean, when Sonic 4 came out, when they teased Sonic 4, it got a bad reception right away because of the ugly graphics.
Yeah,
And I agree. I recently played that game, and I was like, this game looks uglier than Sonic 1. And it does
Yeah.
really look uglier than Sonic 1.
yeah,
It's
they
just
did
weird.
some cool stuff with it. Like I like it as a game, but it didn't feel like it was like a true like successor to it, you know.
Yeah, and the controls weren't as good. The music wasn't as good. All the boss
Yeah,
fights were the same from Sonic 1 and 2. So
Yeah, it was, and the fact that they split it into episode 1 and episode 2 was
Yeah.
kind of
yeah,
like
and I
like
I mean, so episode 2
There's-
was a little bit better because it had some original stuff in it, but
yeah, I feel
it
like
was still
they,
Sonic 4.
I feel like they rushed it out. Maybe like like it was still, but yeah, I agree. Episode 2 is better. I think they took more time on it.
Yeah.
on episode 2 than they did on the episode 1 part.
And then like there was gonna be an episode 3, I believe, but that's just cancelled. You know.
Yeah, I don't think there was much interest in it after that.
Yeah. It's just, and Sonic Mania is right what people do want Sonic Mania.
Yeah, so
So,
we'll see.
I think it's gonna
super
be a lot
hyped
better.
for that.
And I really
Mm.
hope the other one they announced is gonna be good
Yeah.
too. Like Sonic Project 2017 or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen gameplay yet, but it might be super good as well. I hope.
Like
Yeah.
Sonic, dude. I played the classics. I played Adventure 1. I played Adventure 2, and to me, Sonic died happily, dude. I found out that they made a whole bunch of crappy Sonic games, and I don't care what anybody says, they suck, dude. And there's some like Sonic Heroes looks fun. I saw some of you play that. I never knew about that game, you know.
I mean, I was
But-
playing Sonic Heroes and I was instantly having fun with the first level, but then
See, that's great.
They did some gimmicky stuff later in the level, and I just screw this.
The
I got
later
actually
Sonic
pretty mad.
games, the later Sonic games, dude. I've seen them. I've played them. I played Sonic 06. I played Sonic Unleashed. I don't need to play Sonic Boom. Those games are just.
No,
Yo,
Sonic.
Sonic Generations wasn't bad. Like I got,
Yeah,
but
Sonic-
it was super quick. That was the thing. Like I got like a few hours of like enjoyment out of it.
Hmm.
It's not like the other one where I could just like replay it over and over again. Like I have
Yeah.
I don't have that like itch to go back and play it. Like
Yeah, like
So I'm
Sonic
hoping-
Adventure 2. I got the itch yesterday, randomly.
I'm
That's
hoping,
awesome.
yeah. I'm hoping Mania carries that same sort of like
Yeah.
that like replay itch that a lot of the Sonic games have, like the good Sonic games.
Yeah, and it's crazy because people will defend those games. Because I looked in videos on YouTube, and people were like, "You're being too hard on this game. It was a good game, Sonic and the Secret Rings for the Wii."
yeah, with the sword.
I'm like,
Uh,
no,
Oh, that's a Black Knight.
not
That's
a
a
good
Black
game.
Knight.
I
I mean,
didn't even look at that one. I didn't even know that exists. He has a sword.
yeah, in Black Sonic and the Black Knight.
God.
I mean,
yeah.
think about it this
Oh,
way.
poor
Think about it this
Sonic,
way.
man.
Like Sonic 06 was a train wreck. Imagine if Mario had a game that was as buggy and unfinished as Sonic 06. It would be slammed to hell, dude. It would be. Nintendo would be sued by everybody. I don't know. People would lose their minds. And
There would still
Sonic
be
got
people
away with it. I mean,
Oh.
Zelda or Mario cannot get away with that. They're gonna be wrecked, dude.
There would still be people that would defend it to the death though.
No, it's a good
Like,
game.
Just like the people who have like literally defended everything about the Switch. Like even if you bring up like a valid point about it that we don't know about yet, then people are like, no, it's gonna be the greatest thing ever, and that's just gonna be the Nintendo fanboys. They're the Nintendo fanboys. They're
Yeah.
the fanboys. You're gonna have that regardless. But I agree. Like, I think if we're getting the frickin' Mario Rabbids RPG thing.
I hope
That might
that's
be
not
it
true.
right there.
I
That
hope
might be
that's
the
not
game.
true.
Yeah, that might be the game.
That might
Because
be
we
the
both,
game.
all of us got like that.
I mean, why would you pick Rabbids if you got Rayman? I think Rayman could work. Rabbids?
Oh,
Hell,
that would be
hell
epic.
no. Rabbids? Hell no. Rayman? That could work. I mean, what the hell were they
You
thinking?
imagine that?
man?
Nintendo's
You imagine like
no.
a picture?
Nintendo is probably like, Ubisoft is like, well, we could like put Rayman in, and Nintendo's like, no,
Rabbids.
Mario is the star. Mario and pick some other character you have. And Ubisoft
That could
is
be the
just like-
reason too.
I
Oh
mean-
my god.
I mean, even
Ubisoft is like Rabbids. Ah!
like it doesn't make any sense. Like imagine Mario Far Cry RPG. That doesn't make any sense either. I mean, Mario freaking.
Or Fallout with Mario.
Oh, that could work. I would
Well,
play
they
that.
did Minecraft with Mario. I mean, so you guys are right again.
Yeah,
Well, Minecraft is just a team. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's just it's just yeah.
Or like maybe Mario RPG versus Rabbids is just gonna be a Paper Mario
Yeah,
Just,
but-
I just think
They're just gonna remake Paper Mario Color Splash with rabbits in it.
all I know, dude, is like going back to people who defend their game. That's fine, you know, but to a point, it really just depends on what you think about the game. Like, it reminds me of sports because, like, I'm a big sports fan. Dude, if your team sucks, you're always gonna defend your team. Like,
Yeah.
no matter
Yeah.
what, dude. You're not gonna say, "Oh yeah, my team sucks, dude," because then you look like a punk. You know, that's just how it is.
yeah.
So I understand why people will defend, you know, Nintendo, Sonic, whatever game. Doesn't matter. PC, PS4, Xbox One. I don't give a crap. I understand. But the thing is, like, when we don't know and you're like just defending like a bad game, I just don't get that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that.
I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what people think of the game. It's what you think about the game. If everybody says
Yeah.
Super Mario World sucks, I don't care. I still like the game. If everybody says
Yeah.
Kiddy Kong sucks, that's not true. Kiddy Kong's the best. Okay. So,
We can talk about.
tell me.
mhm,
We
We can talk about DLC or something, since that's like a small topic.
We were just talking about DLC actually.
That's a pretty big topic.
When you
It's
left.
not really small. That could be a whole
Yeah.
podcast by itself.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a 3-hour or 4-hour podcast if we're just gonna talk about
Yeah.
DLC.
We can ask the chat what kind of what if you guys could have any game series to have like a new sequel, like what would it be?
Like I have seen somebody say a good Final Fantasy game.
That's true. Okay, we can talk about 15 a little bit. I've played it.
Yeah, I have not played it, so don't take my
No,
opinion.
I won't spoil anything for anyone who hasn't played it, but it's definitely not the most traditional Final Fantasy game out there. It incorporates a lot of like aspects of the world, like because it was chocobos and
Mhm.
cactuars and like the classic like monsters and stuff. Like, but it definitely works way different. Like, so I can see why some people are saying that, but then again, I feel like Final Fantasy kind of does that, where like 7 was like the first like 3D one. Everyone was like crazy about that. Like 8 totally changed the way that like the magic system worked. Like 7 had a really different like, so like it changes between each game. Then 9 was like the more like fantasy classic, and then 10 just totally changes it up, and then yeah,
Yeah,
12
you got
and
the
13
14, like that's online only and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like
So-
12 and 13 have like a more active style, and like 15 is like kind of like that as well. Like, but yeah, like I could see the want for a classic turn-based Final Fantasy game again.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's Bravely Default on the 3DS. It is kind of like the older Final Fantasy games, and I heard it's super good. So I suggest if you really want something Final Fantasy like that, go with those games like Bravely Default and Bravely Second, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Those seem to be super good, and they're turn-based. So
Yeah, like
What do you guys? Sorry, I was gonna ask a question before
Go
I forget.
ask.
What do you guys think of MMOs like World of Warcraft and Evercraft? I'll give you my opinion on them before you answer.
Okay.
Short and sweet. Like the reason why I'm mentioning them is because I just never really got into those. I have played them in the past.
Mhm.
I played them with friends. I've played them by myself, and always never cared to go back. Never like got me interested any way possible. And the reason why, and I look at it too, and I still see a few people who still play it, and I just feel like, wow, that's a long time to play a game. It must be the greatest game on in the world. But
Um,
for me, I just never really cared about them. Like, sure that some people love them, and that's awesome.
mhm.
But just never got into them. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I played World of Warcraft in 2007 was when I started, and I played for like a solid like 2 years, mainly because my friends got into it, and so like we all played together, like, and then like that was kind of a way for us to like stay in touch, like when we went away to college, like so we could all play it like on our laptops and stuff, like in our dorms and stuff, where we could play with each other, and yeah, like I think it was so like new and kind of novel at that time. Like World of Warcraft was not the first MMO or anything, but I feel like it was the one like the first one that like did the best job like captivating like non-gamers. Like I had a lot of friends who weren't like really that into video games, like that were like more into sports and stuff, but they gravitated towards World of Warcraft because it was just such a cool like thing. And I played World of Warcraft like till 2010, and then I kind of quit. And then like my friends started to play like 2011, like League of Legends started to like get big, you know. And we all played League, like, and so it kind of shifted to like that style of like online game, and they still play it a lot. I don't play it that much, but I think it just kind of there's something special about um, the MMOs. Like if you have a group of friends to play with, I think it's a lot of fun, and a lot of them are good games. Like I recently played Guild Wars 2, which is another like pretty popular MMO, and it was a lot of fun. Like I didn't play it as much as I played WoW, but I played it probably like I probably played over 100 hours in that game. It was just a lot of fun. Like I like them, but like I feel like it's like you kind of need to have like friends to play it with. In my opinion, I think it's better that way. You can make friends in the game too, like 'cause I had a guild and everything. But like I know like that first time playing WoW for the first 2 years, like me and my friends, we would all get together like and sit at like someone's kitchen table and play World of Warcraft for like 5, 6 hours on our laptops, and that was fun. Like I think they're cool.
So you mentioned Guild Wars 2, and I have played that game a lot as well.
Hmm.
So basically, I played Guild Wars 1 first, but I did not play that a lot. And then like trailers of Guild Wars 2 came out, and I was super hyped. So I'm not really. I never played World of Warcraft. I never played that. I mean, I know a friend who played it a lot, but he jumped out. He's now playing
Yeah.
like Elder Scrolls Online, stuff like that. So, I mean, I like the idea of MMORPGs. I really do. I think they're
Mhm.
cool, but it's not as cool to play it like freaking 6 years in a row. I mean,
Yeah.
like I played, I played 69. I mean, if I'm gonna play Guild Wars 2 right now, I'm gonna have fun. I don't know, and I can be sucked into that game again, but it's not like I feel the urge to play it at the moment.
Yeah.
It's also because I don't really have friends at the moment who play it, so I think that counts as well.
Yeah, I think it definitely like if like if you have friends who play it like and they're like, "Oh, you should like come raid with us, or you should, come like do
Yeah,
this dungeon with us or something." Like, then that like kind of like sucks you in, and I feel like I feel like World of Warcraft has really like lived like a long time, like probably
yeah.
longer
They're
than it
still
should.
making expansions.
they're still making expansions, and they're running into issues because like the base code of the game was
so
written
old.
like yeah, it's like over 10 years old
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this point, and so like it runs like really like on like some weird on like high end hardware it can even like struggle to
Hmm.
run, and that's because there's just like so many layers that it's running because it's just like expansion on top of expansion. Like I feel like yeah, Blizzard is really like, but what can they do? Like I feel like they're screwed either way. If they made World of Warcraft 2, people would be pissed like because like they'd put all this time into the first game, like why, but like they need to like do an overhaul like because like yeah, it's been like 10 years and they have improved the graphics and everything in that time. But yeah, like it's like that just World of Warcraft is like an interesting like study on like on gaming and like on how it like affects people being social, and I think it's just yeah, there's just something like special there. Like, but like you said, if you have friends that play it, I think you're more inclined to play the game.
Yeah, for sure. Because if there was like a friend nagging against me, come and play Guild Wars 2 with me, I would play it with him. Hell yeah, you know what I mean. And
Mm-hmm.
I think I haven't played World of Warcraft 2. World of Warcraft, I mean, but I don't know. I don't like the subscription fees.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean,
another kind of
if
reason
Guild
that
Wars
I
2 had
tapered off.
if Guild Wars 2 had subscription fees, I would have not played it or would have not bought it.
Yeah.
And I bought it because I knew it was free. Well, you buy it and then it's
Mhm.
free. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that's awesome about the game. I can just jump in and I don't have to worry about having a subscription.
Mm-hmm.
I can just upload for when I try to play it. Let's play Guild Wars 2. All right, Arsonist, we can do that sometime. Like I have to update like for 6 hours, but then I just can play it no
Yeah.
problem.
Like
That's funny.
30 gigs of update.
I mean, last time I wanted to play it, I had to update for 3 hours. I'm serious, and I have fast
Damn.
internet. It was sick, man.
You guys don't like League of Legends?
I used to play League of Legends. It's just the community is just so toxic on it. I just got
Oh.
yeah, like it is like it's like a fucking
That's funny.
makes YouTube comment sections of like popular videos. It makes that like League of Legends makes that look like church, like with like some of the things that people say.
Yeah. Well, you know how I feel about internet comments or bullies, whatever you want to call it. I just
Yeah.
laugh. Like if someone was telling me off or something, I'd just be like, "This is great, man.
Yeah.
This is hilarious, dude."
See, the problem with League of Legends though is like I'm competitive when it comes to stuff like that. I like to win, and then like I don't like yell at people when they don't like do well, but other people do, or other people like when they don't get their way in it will just troll, and like that pisses me off so much. Like where they'll just abandon their like lane and just like sit in the jungle, like.
Best
Yeah.
way to play it is with buddies and microphones, or in the same room.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
no,
that's what we used to
definitely.
do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a lot more fun to play it with friends, but it's like at the same time, like it's hard to like get
Oh
like,
yeah,
like 5 people together. Like
definitely.
it's
And
fun.
And you,
Like,
Crush, you never played League of Legends?
I downloaded it once and I played the tutorials and then I quit. and I only
what happened? Why
I
didn't
only-
you like it?
I downloaded it because somebody wanted to play it with me, I guess, and we never did. So
Yeah.
I never played it. I mean,
Wow.
I might like it. I don't know. But the funny thing is about what you said. If they're gonna get mad, I'm just gonna make them even more mad. You know, that's funny to me. I remember I was playing Street Fighter 4 online. Maybe it was Super
Mhm.
Street Fighter 4, and I was Dawson, and I was just shooting fireballs and warping away and stuff like that. And that guy, and I beat him, and then he sent a message to me, "Fuck you, you're a stupid asshole." And I was just, okay, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think about me, I beat you.
Yeah.
It's funny to me, you know. It's funny to me
Yeah.
that they get salty.
Salty.
I mean, it's
like,
just a game.
yeah. It's just something like even when I started streaming, guys, I didn't really know what salty meant or like terms like that because I just never really thought of it like that. Like, oh, why are you salty? Like, I like I don't even know what that means. Like, somebody got salty at me because I would beat them in Smash. Like when I used to stream Smash a lot,
Mm-hmm.
I would be clueless, and they think I was being more of a jerk because I was pretending like I don't know what they mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm dead serious. What do you mean that he was salty at me because someone would play me, and they would just leave, and like he was salty. I'm like, well, we had a good game. That was fun. And he was mad.
Not
but
for
why?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for him.
Yeah.
I feel like Smash is anything that's like competitive like that, like where like it just that's the reason I don't play League of Legends is mainly because like I do like to win in that game, like because I played it for 4 years probably, like pretty consistently, and like it's a lot of fun to play with friends and stuff, but like I just got like if I was having like an off game, like I was just messing up with stuff or whatever, then it's just like people like berating you and stuff. Just ignore them like that. But it's like, what do you call it? It's just I don't know. It's just something about it like where like I want to do like I got to the point where like I wanted to do well because I've been playing it for a long enough time, and it's not even like necessarily like I don't mind losing in it, but like it felt like it was like a waste of time at a certain point, like when people would do that. It's like, well, that sucks. It's gonna take them like 40 minutes to like beat us now because this other person is like being a dick. So it's like it felt like other people just like wasting my time. That's kind of like why I stopped playing it. I just got into other games, but
Because there's some hardcore gamers out there who just
yeah.
keep trying to improve, no matter what game it is.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, wow, that's crazy, man. Like constantly trying to improve your fighting style, your fighting games, your speed run, whatever the hell you're doing. Like constantly, like I just can't do that, man. Like I just can't see
Like,
myself doing something like that.
I wish I could do that, but I there's just too many games I want to play, and there's too
Yeah,
little
exactly.
time. I mean, I want to be super good at Street Fighter 5. I do want to, but I mean, it costs so much time, you know. I just have to play that game like every day, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be, it's
Oh yeah.
and at that point it's almost a job, you know. All right, I have to play it because I have to get good.
That's
Yeah,
how I
and then
feel about That's how I kind of felt about Mario Maker at one point, where it's like if I didn't play, like I'd get rusty, and then like I started to have like the hand problems. That was more from work than Mario Maker.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like it'd be like frustrating, like because it'd be like levels that like I like would totally be able to do before like I like couldn't because I was rusty. And yeah, like Crush says, it almost feels like a job to like keep it up, you know? Like
mm-hmm.
yeah,
With me, like for me, I feel like I'm just normal again. Like I don't feel like I'm improving anymore. I feel like I'm getting worse. But I don't even care anymore. Like today, we were just hanging out. I was like, we were talking about like everything besides Mario Maker. Almost, it was weird. But yeah, I know what you mean. Mario Maker has some, and this is so weird because they're throwing everything at you. You're going in blind to every level. That's the way I like to say it.
yeah.
Like we're going in blind as the player. So the
Yeah.
maker has a responsibility to kind of guide us, and not just like give us the answer. But
I feel like Mario Maker is sort of like in a weird like kind of like Twilight position in its life right now. Like
Mhm.
because everyone like we don't know what's gonna happen with it with the Switch, if it's just gonna be a bad port like the DS, where it's like gonna have none of the functionality, or like, and like I've noticed that like even the last time I tried to do viewer levels, before when I did viewer levels, like I would have like a full queue. Like there's been times when I've done viewer levels like at like the exact same time that I used to do them and stuff, and I'd get like maybe 3 or 4 people to come in. So I feel like it's died off a little bit as well. Like,
Yeah, the casual makers are not even. I'm not even gonna call them casual makers.
mhm,
Like I would say, I can think of like 10 people who don't make levels anymore,
mhm.
who I really enjoyed their levels, but they just
Yeah,
don't make levels
same.
anymore.
Like there was a period there where it was like everyone who watched like would have like a bunch of levels that they had made, and they were like really proud about them and stuff. And it's like
Yeah,
it feels like the only people that are left now are like the diehards, like people that like that's like what they do. They make levels, like which
yeah. If
is
they would have made an update, it would have brought some people back.
Yeah.
oh definitely like. But maybe they don't want that. Maybe they want it. I have a feeling Nintendo might want it to slowly die away just because they don't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
I
Or
mean,
like, sorry, go ahead.
I'm in a love and hate relationship with Mario Maker. At the other hand, I love the game. At the other hand, I hate the game. You know what I mean?
Why do you hate
I
it?
mean, when I play an expert run, I never have fun. There's always bad levels. That's what I hate. But when I made a really good level, then I love the game. Like, it's weird. And if you get good viewer levels, then the game is fun. But if you get bad viewer levels, then it's not fun.
Yeah, and that goes back to there's a and I don't think like nobody wants to hear this. It's a responsibility, man, for the maker to help me, because
Mm.
we're blind. I have no idea what this level's about. Yeah, sure, it might be clear as day to you,
Mm-hmm.
but since you're the maker, of course it is. But
Well,
sometimes I don't
I
see it, and then I get it, and then
I would argue that good makers, like people that make really good levels, like you don't need them to walk you through it because it's intuitive and like they
Yes.
have it laid out for you.
yeah,
I
oh
f-
yeah, oh,
like
definitely.
I
Yeah, that's
feel
what I
like
mean.
that makes a big difference on who makes the level. And I agree with you. There are a lot of levels where people will be like, "Oh, this is so easy. Why didn't you know to just jump at this specific point in time, like, and do this?" And it's like to like what do you call it? It's like not even like a Kaizo level, but it's like you have to know to jump at like this specific time, like, or like you have to like keep a specific pace through the whole level that the maker did when they made it, and it might not be like a intuitive sort of thing, and then
Mhm.
they get mad when you can't beat their level because like, and they won't like tell you like any like hints or anything, and it's like I've straight up told some people, I'm like, dude, your level like is not very clear. It's not like the best. Like it's not my fault. You're the one that made it. Like
I mean, when you play Super Mario Brothers, do you need Miyamoto next to you telling you how to beat the levels?
no.
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, no, you don't. And that's
And when you
that's why they're good. I mean,
and when you
you can
play
beat
good
all my
Mario Maker levels, you don't need that. Like
no.
that's the thing. Like
Like, and if you do something that's kind of hard to see or some hard to understand, make hints in them, like put an arrow or put a coin there or whatever,
yeah.
you know. So
I still think that's the best thing. Like sometimes, like I could think of a handful of makers, and I'll tell you right now. Again, I'm not joking. Crush has really good levels, man. I play his level, and it just feels natural. You know,
Mhm.
it just feels. And again, I had a whole bunch of levels like that today. They just felt natural, and like it feels like yeah, sure. I'm not doing Kaizo tricks and oh my god, that was so hype. Nah, not every level is gonna be like that. But
not every level needs to be like that either.
yeah, it doesn't even have to. Like, I would be perfectly fine if I never had to do a shell jump again or a midair.
I mean,
I was
I don't,
forced to learn midairs.
I don't care for all that stuff, man.
You
Oh
can
man.
just what do you call it? You can just play my clown car lava levels, you know, that are
Yeah.
that's another thing. Like that clown car level that I made, like it just goes to show you that like you don't need to do stupid tricks like to make it like challenging to like the person playing it. Like that took you a little bit of time, and it's like it wasn't like it was unfair. Like it's just what do you call it? Like, but then again, I was there to tell you like to give you hints, you know, like which is fine. And that level wasn't like a masterpiece level, but there are people that make like levels that have the same feel as like Super Mario World or Mario 3, where it's just like you just kind of know what to do, like because it's just like it's clear, like it's just it flows, you know. Like that's the thing, and it's hard to sometimes get a level to flow like that. I mean, major props to the people that do it, you know. Like not everyone can make a good Mario Maker level. Like I don't.
Have you
even
played have you
don't
played
even-
Crush's levels, Muffin?
No, I have not. I have not.
Wow.
Don't
Wow,
do
dude,
it.
play one if you can tonight.
It's a trap.
Let's kick Shell.
Let's kick Shell. Okay, yeah, just like put the code or whatever in like the chat or in the Discord, and I'll play it later. But yeah, that's like I don't even consider myself that great of a maker. People like my levels, like, but there are some that I've made, like, but I make trolley levels too because I actually enjoy playing them. I enjoy figuring out how to get around the troll stuff. Like it doesn't, like I find it hilarious that it pisses people off. Like I don't see it like that. I see it like as like a challenge, kind of, you know, like. But to each their own. That's the beauty about Mario Maker.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that after you were done. That's the greatest thing about it, and that's why countless people still around. But at the same time, yeah, I can see it getting, you know, a little bit of hate in there. But hey, that's all right.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can just all agree that expert is ridiculous.
Expert is ridiculous, and then
Super
I-
expert.
I've seen people play Super Expert that looks easier than Expert.
Yeah.
It just depends.
I mean, I was playing normal like 2 days ago, and I had some levels where just a straight line and walk in and get a star, and there was no way to get killed almost. And it was a normal level. I mean, how is that a normal level? That's a super easy level. It's just inconsistent.
Baby
you
level.
know?
No, that's true, but like the thing that I hate about like Expert is like I don't even have the patience to sit there and like do Expert anymore to try to beat it. Like I've never cleared an Expert run just because it's like there's so much like crap like insta die levels that you have to like flip through and just like skip and stuff. Like it's like what do you call it? It's just like I don't like I learn levels through like repetition. And like some levels like I know I could definitely clear it. I know it would take me more than like the what do you call it, like 6 lives roughly that you have per level to beat it, you know?
Mhm.
Like so like it just I don't know, like Expert just like I just stopped playing it because it's just kind of like I would literally play like 5 or 6 levels before I would get like an enjoyable level in it, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I mean with it's just not in 100-man Mario run has never been enjoyable from the very first day for me, because it's just like bad level, bad level, bad level, decent level, bad level, bad level, bad level, bad level, bad level, decent level, bad level, bad level, horrible level, you know. That's what it is. And I wish
Imagine.
I wish you could like apply filters before you start a 100-man Mario run, like supply a filter or something like that, and you only get like this kind of levels or that kind of level, so you can make it more like how you want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like at kind of like when you upload a YouTube video, you can put tags.
Yes.
When you upload your level, you can put tags. Why not? And sure, there's gonna be some people who say, "Oh, I'm gonna put classic when this is super Kaizo."
Yeah,
Well, guess
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Now your level is not gonna get any stars. You're gonna have it in the wrong category, and you're gonna end up looking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only problem I can see happening. And I'm totally okay with that, with the maker looking stupid by saying, "Oh, this is a normal level, but it's really a Kaizo level." Like tags would be
Yeah.
great. That would be lovely.
Yes.
Like
Right.
the other thing that I wish you could do is like I have some levels that I wish there could be like a little box you could click that'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
do not put in 100 man, because there are some levels where
Yeah,
it's
some
like,
levels just don't fit.
where I've made them specifically to watch streamers play it and to like be there to give them hints at time, you know, like because I know they're tricky stuff, and it's just like, here's the thing, like it being in 100 man isn't gonna do me any good because people are gonna play like 2 seconds of it, like die, and then be like, no, this level's stupid, and then skip it anyway, like and not give me a star. So there's no point in me even wanting it in 100 man, you know, like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I wish that was an option to like opt your level out of 100 man.
Yeah, and just Nintendo probably doesn't even know Twitch exists. I forgot who said that one time.
But they they do announcements on Twitch sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's right. They probably don't know that Mario Maker is played on Twitch.
Let's keep
It's
it
banned
that
from
way,
Twitch.
because-
They're like,
Look.
what?
What? Copyright strike! Rah, rah, rah. Like
That's
they are
on
with
love.
Yeah, like they are with YouTube. That's a whole nother argument now.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
funny.
But anything else, guys, for this evening? What time is it for you, Crush?
Almost 1 o'clock. It's time for me to go to bed. Almost.
No, at the end of the day, man, I'm looking forward to a lot of games. I'm glad they come through either by whoever created the game snaps out of it and says, "Yeah, let's make another F-Zero game." Kickstarter, whatever the way, if it gets out there, hey, awesome. And if it's not that great, hey, there's always next time.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think they just need to what do you call it? There's definitely some games that deserve to be revisited for sure.
Alright, guys, I think that's it for today. Tomorrow we will be having a Sunday Thunder race. That's every week, by the way. And it's gonna be on my channel this week. So make sure to tune in tomorrow.
Yep, me and Gaming will actually be racing this week, so.
Yahoo!
You guys are lucky. My level is not this week. Alright.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.